is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. Today we're going to talk about Michael Porter Jr., but his real name is Michael Porter Jr. This is a guy that really has a load of talent. This is a guy that a lot of people feel was the steal of the lottery just because we knew he was injured, but most of us had respect for him just because he was so dominant in high school. Even though he didn't do anything in college, he didn't do anything in summer league because he didn't play. He didn't really do much in preseason. This was a guy that a lot of people knew could play, wanted to see play, and people wanted to see fail, and people wanted to doubt him just because there's questions that you need to be answered, and a lot of these guys don't really see it, and a lot of these guys don't really give him the credit. One of his biggest weaknesses to me is his lack of care for defense. I think that's something that a lot of high school players get. They're so good and they do so much for the high school teams that I feel like the coaches let them off the hook. And you can just see even then this draft coming up, a lot of the players that's the top 5, top 10 players aren't really known for being great defenders because the coach don't ask them to do it. They need to hold the ball. They need to have the ball in their hands and make a lot of plays. And I think that hurts them going into the NBA when you're not demanding excellence from your players 100% effort. You can see a lot of guys slack off or not care as much, which gives them that bad habit going into the NBA that they will have to learn how to take the game more serious because it's all about winning. What can you do to contribute to winning for the coach? The coach is judged by winning. The team is judged by winning. And Denver has done a lot of that. And they are the number 2 seed right now as I make this video, and they was last year too. So Denver, the team that he went to, picked up a guy that they had a weakness in their lineup. They're still searching for that guy that can take over games. They're searching for that guy that can carry an offense. And when I do see Michael Porter Jr. play, he seems like he can do that, even in high school and even in the NBA when he does play. He seems like he's a guy that tough shots are easy. He's athletic. He's long and tall. That he can shoot over the top of smaller defenders. He can post up and shoot over in front and face up against smaller defenders. He's a guy that can handle the ball, shake, crossover, get to the paint, do layups and dunks. He's a guy that can handle the ball and knock down threes off the dribble. He can knock down threes off the catch. And the thing about Michael Porter Jr. is the guy is very, very young. It's not like this guy is a 25-year-old. This guy is only 21 years old, getting ready to play. Getting ready to be 22 in June. And he hasn't really got that much play in the NBA, but when he does, he looks very, very good and very hard to stop. And I really want to see, as some of the guys are injured, he's going to have to play and start like he did the last games. And he looked excellent, and he was efficient. And he really showed that he can play within a team concept. And that's something that people doubted because when he was in high school, he was the offense. They needed him to be the man. They needed him to take the shots. They needed him to create shots just because he was that good and that dominant. Denver doesn't need that. They have Jokic. They have Murray that can create shots, that can play well together and create good offense, whether it's in the pick and roll, whether it's finding an open man. Murray isn't the greatest playmaker, but he has been able to do the small, minimalistic things that can help you win a game, and that's one of the biggest reasons why they've been one of the best teams in the NBA. But as we all know, we know that Denver is missing that go-to guy, and they ended up possibly drafting him, and they're not going to pay Michael Porter Jr. that much money because he is on a rookie contract, and Paul Millsap is a perfect fit alongside Jokic, but he isn't worth the money that he's making right now anymore. Not just because he's injured, but just because he's not as great offensively as he was about 5 years ago, and it does come with the injuries and the age. But I still think Paul Millsap is a good piece, and he might still be the better fit alongside Jokic because Jokic isn't a great defender, and neither is Michael Porter Jr. And that can give you holes in your defense until you can figure out how to get them both on the same page and get them both playing well together, which him and Millsap has already meshed because they play multiple seasons together. But Millsap eventually is going to have to leave, and they're going to have to go younger, just because everybody in their on their team is very, very young. This is an up and coming team that is just trying to figure out how to get it done in the playoffs. They have already made the playoffs. They have already advanced in the playoffs. Now it's just about becoming a true contender like the Clippers, like the Lakers, and having enough talent and enough personnel to get over that hump and beat one of those teams. We already know Denver is one of the best teams in the NBA, not just the Western Conference, the whole entire NBA. And that's a given just because they have played so excellent. We know that they can execute. We know that they are a well coached team, and that's why they gave Mike Malone the extension because he has been doing a fantastic job and really got the best out of the talent that he has available. And you can even make an argument that he got a lot more than what people thought this team would do. This is a team that was on pace for 60 wins last year, and they looking amazing without being a great, great defensive team. This team is still showing that they're one of the toughest teams to beat, and they have shown that consistently for the last 2 years so far. So now it's just about getting over that hump and being a legitimate championship contender. And I really want to see what they do. People saying they should go for Bradley Beal. People are saying that they should go for all these available stars. Will that really make a difference? Will Kevin Love really turn them into a contender? I don't think so. I think Kevin Love will be a good fit, but I don't think he solves all their problems. And I don't think Bradley Beal does either. He's an upgrade over Gary Harris, and that's going to make you a lot better. But will getting Bradley Beal and trading some young pieces, which they can, because a lot of these guys, they're not going to be able to play. They're not going to be able to pay, so they're going to have to lose them eventually or just lose them for nothing just because they don't have the salary as they gave Jamal Murray the max and they paid Jokic and they paid Gary Harris already. Plus, they had to pay Paul Millsap. And that's what I'm saying. I understand why they started Paul Millsap. I understand why he's still a focal point and an important part of this team, which he is. But it's undeniable that Michael Porter Jr. is going to be the future pick. And if he is, he's going to be worth a lot less money than Paul Millsap so far. He's a $30 million player. And Michael Porter Jr. not even a $10 million player. And he's a unique fit, but I really question his commitment defensively, just like I did in high school. He wasn't a great defender in high school, but I told you why. But I really like his ability to create. And Jamal Murray is their primary creator outside of Jokic that can get you a bucket and get you a quality shot, especially in the fourth quarter. But I think Michael Porter' ability to, which is now in the modern day NBA, which is switching, if you switch, with Michael Porter Jr. at the top of the key, you at his mercy. Especially because you know he's going to get a smaller defender on him or a guy that's too slow. And if that's the case, he's going to torch him. He's going to torch them, get into the basket. He's going to torch them and create space and knock down jumpers. And that's something that Jamal Murray just can't do consistently right now. And that's something that Jokic struggles with. Jokic struggles getting quality buckets this season. Last year, he was able to do it significantly. This year, it seems like they figured out the Nuggets and now they get tougher shots, especially in the fourth quarter. So you want to have that guy that can just say, okay, let's give him the ball, get this switch for him, and he can get us a quality shot. That's how the NBA always been. Even the Golden State Warriors admitted, hey, we needed Kevin Durant to be a great isolation player when the game slows down and a motion offense ain't, getting its full potential. We still need to get a bucket in the fourth quarter. We still need to get buckets at the end of the day. And I feel like Michael Porter Jr., he's not Kevin Durant, but he has similarities, and he ain't gonna never reach his potential if he's not playing. And that's what I think this year or next year is going to be huge for his development of giving him that 25 plus minutes and seeing can he really impact winning, not just putting up numbers, impact helping the Denver Nuggets reach that goal of being a legitimate contender in the Western Conference. Not just a great team, a contender that can win it all. And he might be that piece. And a lot of people, including me, feel like he is that piece. I just want to see him clean it up defensively. But they really should try to see with Gary Harris being out how much he has developed and has grown over the last 2 years he's been in the NBA. Even though he's been sitting the bench, even though he hasn't played all last year really because he was getting a surgery and rehabbing, he really took this summer of getting back the touch, getting back the feel, getting back the bounce, and you ain't gonna know if he can take y'all to the next level if you don't play him. So I think that that's something that I want to see in 2020 when Paul Millsap is off the books. Will they trust and believe and really allow Michael Porter Jr. to be who he is and for the betterment of the team? And like I said, this is a guy that can score on the ball, score off the ball, and he is a dominant one-on-one player already. And he has shown that every time he plays, you give him that ball, he can get you a bucket. And outside of Jamal Murray and Jokic, they don't have that other guy. But Jokic and Murray ain't the creator that Michael Porter Jr. is. And I really want to see has his passing improved. Because when he has the ball in his hands and they got all these guys that can take the ball off the dribble, they have all these guys that can knock down spot up shots. Can he make the right reads? That if he don't have the bucket or he got, in trouble or he do get to the paint or get that first step, can he read the team offensively and make the right play outside of just scoring? Like Greg Popovich always said, just because the play is ran for you don't mean you have to score. Which means at the end of the day, if Michael Porter has a one-on-one or a switch, he still can set up his teammates. He still can make other plays, and he still can get a hockey assist too. Will he be able to make those plays when it comes down to helping his teammates get better and getting them easier shots? And I think that's important because a lot of players take a lot of years to develop. Okay, I can score, I can get my shots, but how can I get my teammates easier buckets? How can I make our offense a lot more efficient, a lot more better just by me being a smarter player, just by me having a higher IQ and understanding of the game? And we won't know that until he does play and get more chemistry with the starters if they really feel like Michael Porter Jr. can be that superstar player that they drafted them with the hopes of being. So a lot of this stuff is a mystery. A lot of this stuff is unknown because we haven't seen it yet. But we do believe it because what we have seen, even with the little time that he played, is that the dude get buckets. But he still got to elevate his game, and he still got to take it to another level. It's just about having that opportunity to do so. And at the end of the day, when will Denver give him that opportunity to say, here, this is your team. Let's see if you can take us to the next level. Jokic got them to where they needed to be, so has Harris and Murray. But now they got to take that next step. And we got to see if Michael Porter is that guy or if he's not. Eventually, we have to see it. Eventually, Denver gonna have to show it, and eventually, Michael Porter is gonna have to show it. But with him being 21, let's hold it down. He came off major injuries. He's only 21 years old. He's still figuring it out. He never played as a starter significant big minutes outside of the last 2 games. So it's going to take time. It's not going to be up next year. Michael Porter Jr. is the best player in the world. It may take another 2 to 3 years, but that's fine because he still will be below 25, which is still a great thing for this team, especially because they're going to be a great team in the West for a long time to come, like they have shown the last 2 years. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Michael Porter Jr. will be a bust? Do you think he can be a go-to player? Do you think he can be a franchise player? Do you think he can be that difference maker that takes him to the next level? Is he a superstar? Is he an all-star? Is he a franchise player? Let me know what you guys think about Michael Porter Jr. in the comment section below. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis. I'm gone.